do not think there's anything left.
I do not think what?
Coffee. There's like a teaspoon of coffee left. Hola muchachos, welcome here. I was gonna make this video fancy and like do it by myself, but it feels right to do it amongst my people and my kitchen because those are some of my favorite things. It is not a clickbait title. It is not a joke. It's full on legit that I am leaving YouTube. And I'm gonna talk to you guys about it and just kind of the decision behind it. And there's gonna be kids laughing and playing in the background, and Molly is kind of in and out of sleep, and Kieran is coming in and out. This is something I want to talk about now, and it's something that I want to talk about while it's still fresh in my mind. This whole situation was absolutely amazing how we came to this decision, and it's over there in the living room. And it's very God glorifying too, which makes everything very exciting and well worth it. Do I want to actually stand here the whole... It's getting hot in here. I need to turn the heat down. This isn't a vlog, but it kind of feels like one, doesn't it? Way too hot. I'm sweating. So Kieran basically is envious of my time and wants me to leave YouTube. And that's it. It can be like a magic trick. Oh man, you saw me. Oh, no, that was fast. You know what? Never mind.
Well,
I don't know.
So the Magic Tricks channel is out of the question.
Yeah, that was our whole idea of leaving YouTube, was to do a magic trick channel. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll just talk to you guys here in the living room. This feels kind of, oh, but Molly needs to be bounced. No, I think I got her. Okay, so let's just start the story right where everything happened. So I guess we got hacked. We thought it was someone in Turkey and then the UK, and it actually turns out this guy was from Syria. We learned this information from our good hacker friend, Greg. Thank you so much, Greg. But we got hacked and we lost this channel, Sarah Therese, for a number of days. And it was really hard. I mean, when that is your main source of income and you've put years and years into something like that, when was 2011? Many years into something like that, it was very hard to have it gone, but with it being gone, it forced me and Kieran, but more specifically me, to really go through, hold on, people are flushing toilets. It really forced me to look at YouTube and how it has affected my life. YouTube has always been very time consuming, but I always had time to do it, or I was willing to do it. And especially since Molly has been born, it's really stretched me. And since Molly's been born, I've seen my kids grow up in a lot of different ways. And I was thinking through all this. When our channel's gone, I was thinking through how YouTube has changed me and the way that I've had to do things and how it's affected my family. And when it came down to it, me and Kieran sat down and said, okay, if our channel comes back, we can't do it anymore. More specifically, I can't do it anymore. And if it is gone forever, we're not gonna pick it back up, we're just gonna leave it there. But our desire to have it back was kind of obvious. A lot of work went into it. And even if we weren't going to be regularly uploading or just uploading anymore, the fact of us wanting it back was for all the work that was put into it. When I went downstairs into the basement, because we realized that we got hacked, Kieran started just doing stuff on the computer as well as talking to the hacker, which was absolutely insane to talk to the hacker the entire time. But Kieran was in the basement, it was a few hours, and then the kids went down to sleep, and I went down. Kieran said, like, it's legit gone. Like, I can't find it. I'm trying to get in contact with Google and YouTube. And I went upstairs on my own, and I went onto my iPad, and I just started emailing people that I was lined up to work with, like from sponsorships and stuff, and saying, hey, this isn't gonna work anymore because I just lost my channel. So I can't fulfill all this sponsored content because I don't have my channel. And it was like the 4th or 5th email I sent out, I started not crying, but I was hyperventilating. Like, it all of a sudden just hit me, and I was like, it's gone. And it wasn't fear. I wasn't kind of because of fear or like, what are we gonna do? But it was the idea of you spent 10 years building a house and you can finally enjoy it, and then all of a sudden your house burnt down. Like it's that feeling of like all that work gone. So I went downstairs and Kieran saw me, and I remember him comforting me or saying something like, we're gonna get it back. And I told him I don't want it. Actually don't want it back, because even though I'm having this feeling of like, oh my goodness, it's gone, there was an accompanying feeling of peace that came with it. And I was like, it's gone, but it's gone. I felt so many different feelings. I wanted it back in the sense that I wanted to have my work back, but I wanted it to be gone so I could leave it and not have it back. And I told Kieran, I started crying, and I told Kieran, I said, God knew I couldn't do this anymore. He knew I couldn't do this anymore and be a good mom. And I've already sacrificed friendships. I've sacrificed a social life. When I tell you I don't see people, like full on, I don't see people. I don't get together with people. I don't see my family often. It's really rare. And it stopped just affecting me, but it was affecting all of us. We couldn't go out as a family because YouTube took up so much time. It took up physical time. It took up mental time. I wasn't able to go out and see people because I was already so exhausted. Here, actually, I'll take the carrier off. I was so exhausted. Or you can take Molly and I can take the carrier off. This feels kind of intimate. This feels intimate. Because I was so mentally exhausted over YouTube and physically exhausted even, that seeing people, it was hard. It was so hard. And even though I would say I'm more introverted, I still love people. And I still want to see people. And I feel like I ride that line of introvert and extrovert. Whoa, I am a gross, sweaty mess. So even though I ride that line, I still have a desire, and I feel like especially as a Christian, I still have a desire to fellowship with God's people. And we always blamed it on previously our mobile. Well, we don't see people because we don't have space. And then when we moved here, it was like, well, we're still not seeing people. What's going on? And then it was like, it's YouTube, and and Kieran knows this. It was all me. It was all me. It wasn't us collectively, but it was because I was so exhausted over YouTube and work. Hanging out with people was so difficult. And when we sat down and made that decision, when our channel was gone, if YouTube came back, we would still not continue it. I made a list. You don't even know. I don't even think you know this, Kieran. But I made a list of people I've been dying to see for like the past 2 years. And it's titled Friends I Can Finally See When All This Is Said and Done. And it's a bunch of people that I'm just wanting to see and fellowship with that I haven't been able to because of YouTube. It takes up so much time. So I went from uploading 3 times a week to 2 times to 1 time. We tried having an assistant. Hello, Molly Rachel. We tried having an assistant, and that was huge in the sense that I was like, this is going to set up my week. This is very bright. Hold on. This is gonna set up my week. She came on Mondays. It's gonna set up my week so I can be a good homeschooling mom. I can get a head start on my chores and errands. I can have her do a bunch of stuff. I'll be able to conquer all these things because I have someone setting me up so beautifully. And then I realized even with her, and God bless her heart, we really
She was awesome.
She was awesome, and the kids still talk about her. Even with that, I was like, I'm still mentally and physically drained, and I still can't bring myself to doing the things that I want to do, just because YouTube is still around, and it's still a part of our lives. So anyway, so after our channel somehow got back, we don't even really know how it got back. It was one of our friends from church who was like, did you notice your channel's back? When it came back, an hour later, we got an email from YouTube saying, we're still working on your case. And I was like, do you not realize my channel's back? And we never heard anything from them since, which was really interesting. There was so much tug and pull of my heart, like, oh, it came back. Maybe God does want me to do this. And then you, Kieran, you even brought up, this is in so many ways, it's a ministry for Christ. Like, this has been a really cool ministry that we've been able to do in so many ways quite easily, ministry-wise, quite easily, but...
Well, that's like the main thing that's kind of like valuable to us.
Here,
like, personally, for like our viewpoint of it, it's not... It's a privilege, you could say, to be able to have the audience that we have on YouTube and to share these things.
Yeah, right? and to talk about the Lord and to share like a healthy Christian family and household. Like it's been really, really lovely. But then after we got it back, I just kind of had this pull on my heart, and I was like, Lord, do you want me to continue this? And then I thought about it, and I thought, okay, like getting back into YouTube, and then everything was just like, no. And I felt God being like, Sarah, I took this away from you so you could really get a kick in your pants, take a step back, and look at everything and go, no, and say no to YouTube. And I felt the Lord just being like, you guys need to go somewhere else. We feel like, because from here, we're going to solely be putting a lot of time into Instagram, into our website, into creating a brand or a product or something. But we really felt like we're not being led to just do Instagram and be done with that. That's kind of our income for the time being. Until God leads us somewhere else. Exactly. But I feel led somewhere else. Like, I don't feel like we're going to just...
It's like we need to grow.
...hang out on Instagram for the rest of our lives. But I feel like the Lord is using this point to take us to another point that we wouldn't be able to get to unless we said goodbye to YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is exciting.
And that's what it is. It is exciting. And, like anything, it's a growing process. And that it has taken this long for us to realize, at least the past, since I've come on, last couple of years, to realize this is actually very hard to grow and to maintain our relationship, like our, I guess, status quo within our family, right?
Yeah.
Then that's the balance we're trying to strike.
Yeah.
Status quo, more or less, and not sacrificing quality of our relationship with our children for our business, which
because I started getting on that, and the days I had to vlog, I don't want to say they lived in fear of, but it was that sense of like, oh, mom has to work today, mom has to work, oh so man, mom has to work today, because
we don't get mom today.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
and I hated that because I'm a mom, and I love being a mom before being a YouTuber or a businesswoman. After this, I can get you some apple cider. But I did. I started feeling like, as a mom, I felt bad. I felt bad as a mom, and I started to feel like a loser as a friend. And then it does. If it affects me, it affects the kids, and it affects Kieran. If it affects the kids, it affects me. It affects you. You know, like we're such a team.
A family.
And we're such a family, right?
Family.
YouTube really started affecting everyone, and I realized 3-4 days out of my week was focused on YouTube when I wanted it to be focused on my kids, and I wanted it to be focused on the church and fellowship and relationships and Kieran. I wanted it to be focused on Kieran, but I just and Molly Rachel.
And Molly Rachel with her rosy cheeks.
And Molly Rachel. Hi Molly Rachel. Say hi.
Say hi to Mama.
Hello Molly.
No, that's not Mama. This is Mama. You can't even turn it.
Hello. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted from YouTube.
So what's the plan?
And I lots of prayer. Kind of. Like, my plan is basically in the new year. This is not my last video, but in the new year I will be leaving. This is kind of a warning, but in the next few videos I will be gone, and my YouTube channel will stay up. And Lord willing, people will still enjoy what content is on there. And if you ever feel bored from my content, just watch a birth video because they're so exciting. And I will be focusing my time and efforts into Instagram and sponsorships there, and into my website and my newsletter and recipes. And I would love to create something really, really beautiful as well. And please, I really don't want people in the comments, and I know it's probably gonna happen, but Sarah, don't leave, like, Instagram is not the same as YouTube, and I'm not leaving for you guys. I'm leaving for myself, and I'm leaving for my family. This really has nothing to do with you guys or what you guys have done or what you guys desire, even though, man, I really truly love you guys, and I hope that you know that through my videos. But I'm not making this decision based on you guys, because Kieran comes first and my family comes first, and then I need to take care of myself too. And it's been amazing. Like, seriously, me being hacked, it's affected so many other people, so many other YouTubers. I watched Milena Sistiati's video, and she was hugely affected by it. I talked to a handful of my other YouTuber friends that are like, we were hugely impacted by you being hacked. As well as random subscribers and stuff. Like, people being hugely impacted by our situation, which was totally of God, totally of God. And this whole situation that we were thrown into, we felt really taken care of by God. And that's such a nice place to be taken care of by such a loving Father. So that's pretty much, I mean, that's it. Is there anything I'm missing? Like, I'm getting my hair cut because it's too long. I'm really sweaty. Yeah, this is fair warning. Exactly. That's what this, I didn't want to suddenly create a video where it's like, I'm done. But we're not leaving yet because there was some other brands that we're working with that we promised before all this that we would work with them. And because our channel is back, we want to honor that.
Hello. Hello.
Feels weird, doesn't it?
I mean, it's good. It's again, it's that this is the way forward kind of feeling, right? We've had lots of people, with friends and family, give input.
Yeah, that's been cool.
Doing their own, just giving us ideas or whatever,
advice,
potential solutions or whatever, so that we can stay on the channel. But I think a lot of people, I'm sure, will say, Sarah, can you just get an editor? And there's a couple reasons why that wouldn't work. The first reason is, the main reason I'm leaving YouTube is the days that I film, because it affects the family. Also, getting an editor, it would open a huge area of vulnerability to that person. Because guess what? My kids will come in on camera butt naked. I will be openly breastfeeding before I can cover myself up on camera. And there's no one I know that I would trust that kind of stuff with. So and so we've talked about doing different content or whatever. That's what I was trying to say. Is that we've discussed different options on YouTube. But in order to essentially, I guess,
I need to just mentally leave. I kept telling that to Kieran. I need to just.
Sarah's run herself into the ground quietly while all this has been going on. And we're all thinking it's hunky dory. Because when she told me that she was like so relieved that YouTube was gone, I was like,
what? I think a lot of people were like,
at first, I thought I was anxious and like worried about us losing our channel, but then you were like, I'm realizing there's a totally separate thread that losing the channel was a catalyst for.
I booped.
We know we're gonna move on, and you guys can hear about us on the newsletter or Sarah's website. Instagram. That's where I'm gonna be.
Yeah. That's where I'm gonna be posting and hanging out, and I will still share myself and Kieran and the kids and what we're up to. But it doesn't take as long. It is. And me and my friend Delilah, we say this all the time. Instagram is so easy. It is so easy. Taking pictures and sharing stories. Comparatively, it is so easy. And that's that. I want to do something easier. Because the rest of my life isn't easy, and it's very time consuming. So I can only adopt so much into my life and my routine and stuff. So we're really excited about it, you guys. We're really excited.
We hope that you guys can be excited too. I know there are definitely people who miss us, but we hope that we've left a good mark, and
we're very thankful.
God
provided this crazy situation for us to really to change and grow, because otherwise we would have still been in this, and I probably mentally would have just been underground, so as to say. Thank you, my friends. Okay, we're coming.
I popped!
We're coming.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys in our next video.